Heroes and villains, welcome back to the channel. Genesis 7 here. Hope you're all doing well, because today we have a DC Heroes and Villains video for you all, and this one we're getting that dial, we are turning it past 10, we're cranking it into overdrive because we have some huge news, huge announcements, and just overall positivity for the future of DC Heroes and Villains. So we're going to be going over this news, we're going to be going over the update post. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions. Please join in the comment section below with your thoughts and opinions, because I want to hear it. We like to discuss, and that's what makes the community, just having opinions and discussing it. Also, if you haven't joined the Discord, link is always below in the comment section. Well, it's in the description. I might pin it in the comment as well. But yeah, just join in the conversation. But I am excited to go over this one. But before we kind of go into the meat of the video, timestamps as always, if you guys are looking for something in particular. But I just want to address the silence, the sound of silence, because it has been a while. I've been quiet as well, especially on the Discord, but I've worked with a lot of mobile game companies and game companies, and when it comes to news and prepping up the updates, especially if it's a game that's not been launched worldwide, I know how those cogs kind of turn and how things can either be a short time or a long time coming when it comes to updates and news. So I just stayed quiet, but I've seen a lot of people's concerns, and with everything that's going off in the realm of DC, I won't go into details, but things being cancelled and another DC mobile game being cancelled as well, I think those people were in their right to kind of be skeptical and suspicious of what's going on. But you got to understand, when you're in these kind of game companies and you are prepping up updates, it is an awkward time to be silent because of what's going off around, but you do need to keep those cards close to your chest, ready for like unveiling it all, because you wouldn't want them to just be like, yep, here you go, this is just a small piece, and everyone's going to be like, is that it? You want to kind of gather up all the meat, stuff it into the pie, and serve the pie, in a nutshell. So I just stayed back and just kind of kept up the conversation on the Discord. I can understand the, again, skepticness, the skepticism. I'm looking for the right words, but you know what I'm saying, within the community. But we're here, and everyone so far that I've looked are extremely happy. So that is that in a nutshell. We had the silence, but we are now going into the meat. So with that being said, I'm going to switch over scenes here to the post, the community update, August 2022, and we are going to be going over this. Of course, if you are new to the channel, you have been following DC Heroes and Villains, and you are interested in any kind of news, I've covered everything since Loft's launch, so this is the right place to be. If not, if you don't want to hang around here, hang around with the community on the Discord. And chat there and talk all things DC. Great community slowly being built over there, so I'd like you guys that are watching this video to be part of that, so come and join. So let's go over this. Hello heroes and villains. We know many of you have been eagerly waiting news and updates about the game, so let's get straight into it. The goal of this community update is to answer all of your questions and let you know what's happening with the game and establish a better dialogue with the community. We all want this game to be a success, and we know we can't do it without your support. And that is a powerful message straight off the bat. It's all about community. They know that they do need to kind of go about the news more frequently. And I know I might be contradicting what I've just said about, like, sometimes you've got to keep the cards too close to your chest, but the mods on the Discord and the staff on the Discord, they're always replying, and yes, sometimes it might be like not really the answer you're looking for, but the communication is there, and they were telling us, we're still working on the game and we're awaiting the right time to give you the news. And that's exactly what they did. But it's nice to see at the beginning of this post is that they're going to try and establish better dialogue with the community. And that works for me as well as a content creator, because I get to take that news as soon as it is and distribute it into a video form for you guys if you don't really want to read and just kind of want to listen to someone go over it. Anyway, DC Heroes and Villains has been in production for several years, and that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Yes, it's a mobile game, but these things take time, and they really do. So the soft launch period has revealed important details about what's working and what needs to improve. That's what a soft launch is all about, guys. Sometimes a soft launch can last 2 weeks, sometimes it can last a year or over. It's just one of those things in the mobile gaming business. The team has spent countless hours over the past few months planning our next steps, which we are finally ready to share with you. Here we go, guys. Next update release. After analysing the game and listening to your feedback, we have identified various critical parts that needed significant work. Our next release will give you a glimpse of where we are going with the game. So, a lot of people might think, like, really, you've had the soft launch already out for what? It's probably been about 8 months for soft launch so far, maybe a bit longer, and they're changing it. This is how soft launch works. Just think that the game that we got at the beginning of the soft launch is like the wireframe. They know it works. What they've got is works. Obviously, there's a few tinkering here, a few tinkerings there, a few changes here. Keep that the same there. They have the wireframe. They are just adding to that and kind of like building upon the formula that they have. They know they've got the formula. Obviously, they needed the players to kind of contribute to that formula. They take that and then I think the approach they're taking is awesome. They want to create a great DC mobile game, and me being me, I'm not trying to be like the mascot or the yes man, but this is how you do it. This is how you ensure that it's going to be a quality product. You take time. So that's just my thoughts and opinions on that. I'm going to try and not keep interjecting, saying, like, being the yes man. But I like I said, I've worked with a lot of mobile game companies and video game companies with games that have come out before launch, that are in early access, soft launched a lot. So I've got that kind of bolted in my mindset. So sometimes I might go on a tangent. Anyway. Unlocking characters. While a shard-based model of unlocking characters has its merits, it really limits the number of new characters you can get early in the game. It's also not as exciting to open a capsule and get parts of a character you can't use. That's why we're moving away from the shard-based model in the next release. Shards still exist in the game, but they're only collected through character duplicates, and those shards are now used to upgrade passive abilities. Once you max out your abilities, you will earn special currency that can be used in the new upgrade shop. Our internal tests have already shown that this model is much more appealing and provides a better gaming experience. But we're eager to hear your thoughts, so I'm going to give you my thoughts. I feel like shard-based unlocking and just pure out character unlocking is literally like a balancing of the scales. They both have their pros and cons. Obviously, shard-based model of unlocking characters, if you're a grinder, you like investing in your energy and you're going after the shards, that's a big pro, and that has been a big pro for the game at the moment, playing it, doing it that way. But there is nothing exciting, there's nothing more exciting, should I say, than getting the currency to open a capsule and then clicking it, getting ready for the pull. It's what gacha games are about. It's just the meat and bones and doing the pulls. Because if you do it and you get like the purple kind of glow or the gold glow, and you only get 5 shards for like legendary character, it's not that meaningful. It's like, I'm just a little bit of there. Well, good pull, but I'm not there. But doing it and going, holy Superman, I've unlocked Superman in this pull, is so much better and a rewarding experience. So it's like, what do you prefer? Do you prefer like the grinding aspect for shards, or do you just like unlocking characters off the bat? And with just unlocking characters straight off the bat, that can take longer. It can take longer, especially when it comes to the more premium characters. But that's the way. That's the belly of the beast when it comes to gacha mobile games. You gotta make a decision. And me personally, as a content creator and having an exciting kind of nature of opening capsules, getting the character unlock in a capsule is much better of an experience. And the fact that you get shards after you've unlocked the character that goes into passive abilities, it obviously kind of gives meaning to the dupes. And then once you've done that, a lot of games, once you've kind of like maxed out the abilities, you still get shards and you just stack up. The fact that these are going to be converted into another currency for an upgrade shop, it's good. So I'm like, yes, for that. I will, obviously part of me will miss the shard based kind of build up of unlocking characters, but just unlocking characters outright has its merits, like it says in the post. So, assault mode, PvP, that's player versus player if you didn't know. When a mobile game mentions as PvP, a lot of people kind of get split down the middle because it's like, is it pay to win? You know, we'll see as the game progresses, and we won't have that as a discussion right now. We want to see what it offers and how things are going to work. So we always want to have new content, events and modes for everyone to enjoy. We're happy to share phase 1 of our new assault mode, which will be introduced in the next release. Phase 1 includes assemble your attack team with 5 characters from your roster. Your defense team is automatically selected from your strongest 5 heroes and villains. Win matches to earn trophies and climb the ranks, earn gems daily, and assault credits to unlock exclusive items in the new assault shop. So that's kind of like how PvP works. You have a daily kind of like, where you are on the leaderboard, you get daily kind of like cash out of currency and unlockables, and then at the end of the month or the end of the season, you get the big bad reward, like the badass reward. Not a bad reward. If you're first, it's not going to be a bad reward. If you're like last, yes, it's going to be a bad reward. But it's usually how PvP works. Phase 1 is all about building the foundation for PvP. We want to get everyone battling, testing the matchmaking, and sending the ranks. Phase 2, coming at a late release, will bring a whole new dimension to the mode. So it looks like Phase 1 is all about like, okay, we're letting you all go against each other, free for all, throw in your characters, see where you can get. We're going to collect that data and we're going to use it to kind of support this Phase 2, which claims strongholds throughout the locations, set up unique defense teams for each stronghold, upgrade your strongholds to improve your defense, and then use your stronghold to generate heroes and villains reputation. So let's have strongholds. I'm going to assume, especially it says throughout locations, that a stronghold is a location, like an iconic DC location. And I think this ties into the location maps that we're going to go into a little bit, just in a little bit. So for example, Wayne Tower is a stronghold, and you set up your characters on that stronghold. You hold that stronghold, you can invest in that stronghold. Someone can come along and be like, I want that stronghold, and you battle for it. And I think that's just the gist of how it works. I'm sure there's more detail. I'm just looking at this from the bullet points and trying to go through it in my mind how it looks. But it looks like you'll put a defense team on a location, like I said, Wayne Tower, maybe the Daily Planet. Daily Planet. Is it Daily Planet or Daily? Yeah, Daily Planet. Well, I'm getting lost. I've got so many like thoughts and opinions in my mind. I might be getting location names wrong. But the Daily Planet, having that as a stronghold as well, and you upgrade the Daily Planet so your defense gets stronger. You know, it's going to be definitely something that you're going to want to manage and check on every day or so. Unlocking characters in the addition of Assault Mode is the biggest changes in the next release. Make sure to read the release notes available in the coming weeks for even more details. We're going to be doing that, so stay tuned for a video of that. Future update releases. While we're excited about the next release, and just to kind of, it was mentioned briefly in the Discord that they're aiming for the next month or so for this release to come out. So we're going to be on it, we're going to be showcasing it, and we're going to be just going and exploring every piece of it and doing our part in this soft launch. But yeah, aside from Phase 2 Assault Mode, we have a variety of big improvements in the works. The location maps. From the very beginning, we wanted to make sure players have a reason to always come back and visit iconic DC Universe locations like Gotham, Metropolis. Metropolis. It's because I've been playing Sonic the Hedgehog, and there's a whole debacle of like Hydrocity. There's also Metropolis zone. There's a Metropolis zone in Sonic 2, so I'm like, Metropolis. If I just rolled with Metropolis and just went with that, I was going to get some flack in the comments for that. But here's another tongue twister. Themyscira are too special to simply finish and leave behind. That goal presents a lot of challenges. Currently, the game allows players to pick between hero and villain paths across all locations, but it can quickly become overwhelming to decide where to go next. It also adds a lot of distractions to the maps. So we decided to streamline the map experience and really focus on what's important. There will only be one campaign track with heroes and villains quickly teaming up at the beginning of the game. We are adding hero and villain side missions, so players still have a reason to develop separate teams, which is nice. Reputation missions are being removed, so the map can clearly communicate choice missions and strongholds. Okay. We're investing heavily to improving the map visuals, not just artistically, although it's going to look way better. We also want the transition into a mission select to be more immersive and easy to use. We're improving the UI, so it's easier to know what's available across all locations. Choice missions will become more meaningful. This includes narrative context, interesting scenarios, and more impact for your choices. Did you decide to help the villains blow up the courthouse? Enjoy the smoking rubble you've left on your map. A lot of stuff to unpack here, and a lot of excitement just in me right now. I just want to kind of like scream like ah! But they're revamping the world map screens. There is a name that they use for it. The living world, I believe that they call it, and they are doing just that, making it a living world. So what essentially they are saying is, I've completed all the nodes, but it's like you have your hero routes, you have your villain routes, and they're all like all over the place. And then you've got choice missions that pop up, your reputation missions that pop up, and it can get confusing. Never found it confusing myself, but going over these bullet points, it can get confusing. So having that one campaign track, having like the heroes and villains, because it's called DC Heroes and Villains, and it's all about them teaming up because Trigons took over and doing crazy stuff, so they need to rely on each other. So the fact that they're doing that and say we've gone to stage 3 of it, we've completed it, and it has like just one little branching node coming off it, and it's like a side mission, which is like a villain mission. Like, okay, we're not liking what Superman's doing at the moment, let's go against Superman and Kryptonians kind of thing. And it's just a nice little side thing that you kind of unlocked along the way. Also, what did they say? Reputation missions are being removed. So choice missions and strongholds, obviously strongholds are going to be like, it looks like the locations, these iconic locations are going to be more prominent in this living world. Like Wayne Tower could change if you decide to invade it. But let's say if we decide to be the heroes of the day, maybe they might build a Batman statue in the center of Gotham City. Who knows? Like it looks like they're planning on having this map change based on your choices. I think that's what they're aiming for, which is awesome, because the choice missions more meaningful. It looks like they're going to be redoing the story and obviously putting a bit more narrative concentration on the choice missions, and the fact that if we help the villains blow up the courthouse on our map is going to be blown up. Like that's crazy. So they really are thinking about like these little things to kind of do along our journey with the campaign. Really happy. I could talk even more about this, but I'll just go on it forever and ever. But I'm very excited about all of this. The living world being a living world in the DC universe, all affected by what I decide to do. Do I want to be an evil guy? Do I want to support the villains? Or do I want to stay with the heroes? We'll see. We will see. So, character balancing. The DC characters are the heart of the game, and we want to make sure that we're staying true to each character while also building a long-lasting meta game. Our combat team is hard at work analysing every character, building stronger synergies, clarifying character roles, and ensuring a variety of viable strategies across all modes. So, like I started doing character overviews, and I knew that it wasn't something that I wanted to fully commit to. Like, I want to do them, obviously, when the game has its worldwide launch and it launches. But I kind of wanted to showcase to you guys to kind of like what to expect from me as a content creator. And I knew that those videos were going to be kind of like old. They were going to become old very fast, because the game in its soft launch period is going to evolve and adapt over time very quickly, and this confirms that. So that makes me excited that I'm going to be looking into these characters even more and getting these character overviews just so meaty and full information for you guys. That gets me excited. So really welcoming of it might sound like I'm a bit depressed, like, oh man, I've done these how many character reviews? I've only done 2, but I've got 3 more drafted. It might seem like I'm just like, oh, I'm really sad about this. No, I'm not sad about this. This is exciting. I don't care if it avoids those 2 videos I've already made, or the 3 drafts I've got in pre-production. Again, I put those videos up because I was so excited about getting content out for you guys and showing you what to expect from me as a content creator. So again, character balancing I am happy about, and I'm going to be keeping close tabs on it and making the changes where I need to for my character overviews, because I'm planning on going over every single character. And when it says a long-lasting meta game, you can ensure that this is going to be a place to come when we talk about the meta game. So I'm welcoming of the character balancing. So let's talk about battle updates. We are proud of the battle experience we're creating and the new elements we've introduced to the puzzle RPG genre so far, but we're not done yet. Here are a list of ongoing tasks that we want to improve on. We have a laundry list of things we want to improve, including better pacing throughout the battle. So I think this links with they said something about the map transition into mission selection and going into battle. They want it to be more immersive and stuff. The pacing will obviously link into that, going between waves and if you can speed up progress or not. Reduce downtime between matching tiles. So if you're you'll have no problem doing that. Allowing power moves to be triggered simultaneously. Improved communication of different combat states, buffs, debuffs, melee, range power moves, etc. Which is awesome, again, for me to ensure that I've got the right information for the videos that I'm creating. The fact that it's all there in game, but when you take that information and make it into a really nice video and throw it back out, it's an overall kind of like healthy cycle. So having all of that information being improved upon is a win-win in my books. So a healthy circle, it just keeps on going. Right, I'm seeing it right now. It says game reset status. Now I'm going to react to this. I've read it already, but I'm reacting as a player and as like an onlooker to this soft launch and understanding of how things work. Are you ready, guys? The team can't wait to get all of these new game features and improvements to our players, since major changes are coming, and these are major changes. Like everything we've gone through so far, it's like it's going to feel like a new game. Like, again, the framework is there, the base of the game, the vision is there, but they are just building upon that with some really meaty content. Anyway, a game reset will be required in the next release for our development team to collect fresh data and evaluate new improvements. Understandable. We understand your engagement with the game, either time, energy, monetary, or other, is valuable to us. To reward your early loyalty and support, we have a comprehensive plan to compensate players that are currently playing the game soft launch. So ignoring monetary and just like how much time and energy you put into the game, if you are part of the soft launch, they're going to reward you for that because they're getting valuable data with you playing the soft launch. soft launch Belgium, Denmark, and the Philippines, if you didn't know, on your Google Play stores and the iOS app stores. Nice little plug just to put in there. If you haven't, if you're in those regions, go ahead and grab that. We will gift players with more than generous amount of in-game currencies based on their monetary transactions. So if you have spent money in the game, because obviously there has been IAPs in there, in-app purchases. I'm using my mobile lingo, but it's in there, and people have spent money, so they're going to be compensated for that, and they are really. This, just reading this paragraph, they care. They care if you've invested in the game, and they want to reward you for it because they know that this next phase that they're bringing to the table, they want you on board. So it's really, really nice to see. So to reward all of your loyalty and support, we comprehensive plan to compensate players that are currently playing the game. So I've just gone through that. I just read that beginning bit. On top of this, we'll be gifting additional currencies to all players based on gameplay factors, amount of time invested, account progression, and characters progression. I'm ready because I've been investing some time. So like, I'm sad to see my Batman unlock go, and all my Lex Luther, my Nightwing, my Catwoman, my Copperhead. All of these heroes and villains go, but the fact that they're noting this down and looking into it, and my compensation is going to be based on that, I'm happy. So I'll be waiting eagerly at my in-game mailbox, and I'll be ready for it. I'll be ready for that compensation. But in order, this is important as well if you guys are watching, in order to ensure a smooth transition for all compensation gifts, we encourage all players to document their current in-game support key shown at the top left corner of the loading screen or in your game profile. So make sure you got that noted down. I'm assuming that we still have that same support key after the update, I'm guessing, but it's just keep note of it just in case things might change. So yeah, just keep it note. I've got mine. I've screenshot mine like 10 times. Like, I've got it there just in case things go wrong and I don't get my compensation. It's there. Next, an important one here: worldwide launch status. Now, a lot of people are like 2022. You know, we're in August now. You said 2022. We've only got 4 more months left. This is important, and again, the fact that they've put this at the end, you can understand why this paragraph is going to say what it says. As you may see, the game is going through many improvements and a lot planned for the coming months. While everything mentioned today should be available this year, we're going to need more time to gather your feedback, iterate and polish it before we feel comfortable to launch the game worldwide. That means DC Heroes and Villains will have a new release date set in 2023. We'll keep updating the community as we get closer to the official release window. Again, we thank you for your continuous support and patience. I could not word that any better. I think that's very important that they're saying, like, look, we're bringing a lot of stuff to the table, but we need to make sure it's right. And it ties into what I said at the beginning of the video and throughout. Like, they need that data. Like, they care, and they want this to be a really good piece of content for DC fans, or even just puzzle RPG fans, or just people that play games on mobile. But they want this to be right, and I'm so happy and like glad that I've been a part of this journey since the beginning, and I'll continue to support as much as I can as a content creator. You get that from that's to you guys watching the content, watching the videos, and it's also to you hardworking staff working on the game. I appreciate your time, and I really appreciate the communication we're getting right now, and I hope I can do my job. Like I said, that circle, that nice cycle we got going, I'm hoping I can do my part as a content creator and a fan. This is important, a fan of the game. I enjoy this game. I really like this game. I enjoy it. I spent a lot of time on this game, and I'm going to spend more time on this game. and I want that to be crystal clear. So how can you help? I'm asking, like, how can you help? As we continue our development of the game, we encourage everyone to join our official Discord. Join the Discord. There's a good, like, chunk group of people there. Please join. A lot of people are asking when the game's being released, but that question's been answered now, so we should have some cool discussions in the Discord, especially with this new kind of update coming in the Discord. So join the Discord and stay up to date with the latest news, share feedback, report bugs, and join the discussion. And last but not least, don't forget to pre-register to unlock more rewards for everyone at launch. Shall I throw up the Catwoman graphic for you guys to see? Yes, I will. It's there on the screen. Pre-register. You can pre-register on your app stores. If you're not in those soft launch regions, do it and contribute to those unlocks. And yeah, there we have it. How long have I been recording for? I'm pretty excited about this. Nearly half an hour. Wow. I don't know if I had any like outtakes before I started this, but this has been a long video. It's nearly midnight where I am right now, but I'm thoroughly excited for what's to come. Seeing this post made my day, and I was like, I need to make a video on it. It's probably going to be a long, but I'm hoping you guys watched it. I might split it up into parts. No, I'm not going to do that. It's just going to stay as one video. But we're going to have another video coming because, like I say, within the next month or so, we'll be getting this update and we're going to be diving in deep. And just before that, we're going to get some patch notes, I'm assuming. So we're going to dive in deep to that and get even more excited. So thank you for watching. If you have listened to me talk for as long as I've been talking, I thank you for listening. Let's do this. Next phase of DC Heroes and Villains. Let's do this. Very excited. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.